Hi, this is Lynn Goya again. No, and I'm not going to sign the tax pledge either. I think we're looking at a $3 billion deficit coming up next session, and there's no way that you can make some arbitrary decisions right now about what you're going to do then. We're going to have to make some hard decisions. It might include taxes. It might include some other things. Hopefully we can do things to grow the economy. That's the real solution. I agree that the private sector needs to be stimulated and grow as quickly as possible so that we can have the least amount of personal impact. But we might be looking at a really broad-based tax. If we're going to do taxes, I'd like to see everybody participate, not some people. What we've been doing in the past is trying to get someone else to cover all the expenses that we all want to have, and yet we don't want to cut the good things in the state. So if you look at the states that are doing best financially, they don't have the lowest taxes. So there's a false dichotomy between cutting taxes, having absolutely the lowest taxes, and having the best standard of living. So we need to be looking at our standard of living as opposed to what we're paying in taxes. There's certain things that we are legally obligated to do. We need to take care of the kids. We need to make sure that there's education. We need to look at the colleges. We need to make sure that social services for the poorest are there. Foster care kids, we need to make sure that foster care kids aren't just thrown on the street. So there's certain financial and legal and moral obligations that a state has, that a country has, and those things you can't just pass off to someone else. So I would like to do things as a state legislature that would stimulate the economy, that would make sure that we start the spiral going up. If you keep cutting and keep gutting programs, then we're going to go down and not have much left after a while. So I think that the real answer is, what do we need to do to most cost effectively use the dollars that we do get? How do we use them in a really proactive way that will benefit the state and help grow the economy and really help boost the private sector? And I have some ideas on that. I don't know how much time we want to spend on that.
Oh, actually,
what we would like is for you to keep your answers short for all the candidates, and for all the candidates that have been here before. What we'd like you to do is keep your answers short. If you have anything to add on, this will be archived on the Veterans of Politics website. You can go on, add the link to your website and say, I said this, I'd like to continue on that, and it will be there. So again, answer short, tack it on your website.
My platform is on jobs and boosting the economy. I'd be happy to talk about it now, or if that comes up later, I'd be happy to save it for a few minutes so I don't monopolize the discussion.
We appreciate that.
I'm Rowena Richards. I'm the founder of Shine Foundation, also a journalist by profession. I'm also the president of Ultima 2 Marketing and Publishing. My question is, well, people are tired of politicians right now. We need to go back to basics. What are you going to do so that it's people first and not the party?
One of the things I'm going to do, and I'm starting right now, is I'm trying to set up communication where my constituents can get to me and I can answer their questions immediately. I believe that I must be open and honest with the people, and I am more loyal to the Constitution of the United States than I am to any party. I'll criticize even the party that I belong to if I see that they're doing wrong, and I've criticized them in the past. I think that people want to be heard. That's why I'm running, because I want to be heard. I want to express my views, and I've felt in the last few years that it didn't matter what I said, nobody cared until I entered the race. And now people are starting to listen. So this is what I will do. I've set up a good email base. I've got a web page. I intend on coming back on the weekends and doing town hall meetings at different places so that I can get input from people and so I can report back what's happening up there, so it just isn't a black hole up in Carson City. Communication with people is the key, and people want to be talked to and listened to.
Just to be clear, we got 5 minutes.
Thank you. Crescent Hardy. I think my background and my past has shown that I am service-oriented and people-oriented. It's not something I like to talk about. I've been blessed well within the state of Nevada with my construction company that I've had. Been able to turn around and put back what my goal is to continue throughout my life as a business person. Not just pay 10% to my God and my church, but to also put 10% back into my community, and I believe I've done that over the years. My background is being taught by, I guess, Christian parents have taught me that it's service above all other. That's what you people, folks here in this military have done. You put service of this country above all other. I believe every one of us as a citizen of the United States has to put service above all other things, and stop relying on everybody else to take care of it. We got to stop being an entitlement nation. We need to get back to having family values. I believe part of our problem with our education system is parents are sending their children to schools to be babysit. It's like a daycare center instead of a school to be educated. So we need to be better parents so we can raise better children that will continue to keep those values and those things going throughout this state and throughout this country. But I will dedicate myself to doing all that I can, and have walked away from my business to be able to do this and be of service to this community. Thank you.
My name's Don Woolbright, and all three of you look like fine candidates. I could see myself endorsing any of the three. So you've got about a minute and a half each. I don't want to pigeonhole anybody, but go ahead, please take it away. Tell us exactly what it is, why we should support you, and what it is that your idea is that we should actually elect you. Carry on.
And before you start, I would like to tell you, we 1 minute per, please, which actually is going 1 minute over. But either way, just want the people to know at home that these are all three candidates that are running for the seat, so one of them will be the next assembly person for 20.
Hi, this is Lynn Goya again, and I didn't have a chance to answer the last question as well, so I'll try to put that in real quick. I've spent my whole life volunteering and being involved in the community. I've worked in the school system. I've set up educational seminars on education and what's happening on the state level for all parties, for all people participating and coming. I just put together a Green Energy Expo last week that I invited a number of people, both from the business sector and from the private sector, to participate. I didn't ask their party affiliation. I believe I've set up nonpartisan candidate debates where I've let everyone from every party participate in those debates and broadcast those and hosted those and invited people to get to know more about the candidates despite their party affiliation or regardless of their party affiliation. So I believe we all really have the same goals. We really want to